Daemonheim Archaeologies started out as a game jam project and is now coming to the live game next week, but its rewards are giving players mixed feelings. Let's talk about it, so whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's kick it off with a quick rundown of the Daemonheim Archaeology update. This update will be adding 2 level brackets of excavation locations from levels 73 to 87 Archaeology and levels 103 to 113 Archaeology. Within these new level ranges, you'll be able to find 16 new artifacts which can be used for 3 new collection logs, and there will be 3 new mysteries to complete, so those Archaeology mini quests that players have come to love. In terms of rewards, we have an offhand Archaeology skilling offhand called the Ballarak Sash Brush, which you can use to increase your excavation success rate, mattock base precision, and if you're actively training, your time sprite bonus as well. The Hunter skilling offhand called Skeka's Hypno Wand will provide benefits depending on which type of hunter you're doing, and examples mentioned in the news post are Whirligigs, so Het's Oasis, bookstrapping, and even big game hunter boosts. It's cool to see some more skilling offhands coming into the game, and I like how they aren't really telling us what that hunter offhand is going to be doing exactly. A little tease, if you will. Now, the third reward can be obtained by completing the Dragonkin 6 collection log. It seems to be the second of the 3 new collection logs being added as part of this update, and that's why I think this won't be a level 73 archaeology collection log. Level 73 archaeology is the minimum level you need to gain access to these excavation locations, and yes, you're probably going to be able to boost to this. But because it's the second collection log, I'm thinking you're going to need at least level 87 archaeology to finish this collection log and get that brand new relic power. The new relic power is called Spirit Weaver, and it's going to increase summoning XP gained when creating summoning pouches by 50%. However, summoning pouches are going to be created in single pieces over the course of 2.4 seconds per pouch. My initial reaction to this was 2 things. 1, we're going to be able to train summoning fully AFK for a decent XP rate, and 2, they're going to be introducing protein pouches sometime in the near future. Unfortunately, after a little bit more thought into this new relic power, it's not going to be a fully AFK summoning training method. 2.4 seconds is 4 in-game ticks. Now, generally speaking, when you train summoning, you're going to have 24, maybe 25 inventory slots, depending on which method you're doing, because you need shards, pouches, charms, and if you're doing the best method, you're going to have some noted materials or secondaries in your inventory as well. So an inventory of 24 summoning pouches is going to take you 57.6 seconds using this relic, or for ease, let's just say a minute per inventory. Now let's just assume that you're not running back and forth to the bank, as the best way to train summoning, and it's not even that much more expensive, is to sell about 200 to 300 of your secondary or your ingredients to the shop and buy them back, and just continue creating your pouches. I don't really want to go into the details in this video, but if you want to save your pouches, you would be using a portable bank box, which you can share with other players. Usually in double XP, there's a bunch of them everywhere. Otherwise, you turn them into scrolls for maximum efficiency, but that's a lot more expensive. If you have any questions, just check out my summoning guide linked below. Now, assuming you sell your ingredients to the shop, you would be able to create 1440 pouches per hour with this relic power, because you're getting significantly more XP per charm. This is very resource efficient, and I can see this working fairly well with the lower to mid levels. Doing Geyser Titans, you would be getting about 1.7 million experience per hour, and with Pack Yaks, about 912,000 summoning experience per hour. Definitely not bad, but considering this is summoning, that's really slow XP. The fastest summoning method is about 14,000 pouches per hour. If you're using a bank box, probably about 10,000 with a little bit of lag as well, you know. It's just significantly faster. 14,000 pouches per hour is nearly 11 million experience per hour when doing Geyser Titans. So that's about, well, you know, using the relic, you'd be getting about 15% of the XP per hour you could be getting while training active. Now, that in itself is actually not a big deal. I mean, you're AFKing, right? But the problem is, this really isn't AFKable enough to justify doing that method. Training actively would reward you 6.5 times as much XP per hour as AFKing a minute at a time, and we haven't even talked about the problem of banking your pouches while using the relic, or trying to turn them into scrolls as well, or selling them to the shop, whatever your method may be. I'm not sure who Jagex is targeting here, but if it's the lower to mid-level players, this already has a hefty archaeology level requirement to get. So, you know, based on the requirement, I'm thinking this is like players going for level 99 and perhaps even 120. So in that case, if you really want an alternative AFKable method, you know, resource efficient, more laid back and less intense, then I would say that the relic needs the following changes. First of all, I think letting you create pouches from noted items without needing to interact with the shop is huge quality of life. This not only makes, doing the method more chill and laid back, it's just nicer. Additionally, when creating those pouches from noted items, they need to be created as a noted item or stackable item like binding contracts, so that you don't need to interact with an item such as a portable bank, which is very limited in supply, and players can only get these from like special raffles and all that kind of stuff. I also think it would be nice if this relic power would allow you to create binding contracts from noted materials as well, simply because that process is kind of tedious right now too. This would only entice players to actually complete that content and unlock this relic power even more. Should you be allowed to create more pouches at a time than just 24? Perhaps, but I think, for the longer AFK periods, that's where they're going to introduce protein summoning pouches, to fill that gap. Yeah, the main things I'd like to see changed is that you're able to create pouches from noted items, create noted pouches, and add that feature to binding contracts as well. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it interesting. If you did, leave a like down below and maybe even consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.